Hey, all you cool. I'm sorry. Hi, everybody. This is Brian Smith, the Deputy CEO in charge of operations for TheRide. Welcome to the town hall for our service changes on November 22nd, 2020. We will get started here shortly. It's 6:01 by my watch, and we'll get started probably about 4 after, just to give everybody enough time to join, make sure technology is working. So stand by. For anybody just joining us, we are waiting for about a couple of minutes until other folks can log in. Thank you for joining us. This is the Rides Town Hall for November service changes in 2020. I'm Brian Smith, the Deputy CEO in charge of operations, and we'll get started here in just about a minute. Okay, folks, looks like it's about that time, about 4 after. I'm going to ask real quick, Michael, can you tell me if I shared correctly here? Okay, I'm going to take that as a yes.
Yes,
okay,
you look fine.
Wonderful, thank you. So welcome everybody to the Rides Town Hall, November 2020. My name is Brian Smith. I'm the Deputy CEO in charge of operations for TheRide. Want to let you know that TheRide has been adjusting to the constantly changing realities of COVID-19 to ensure continuity and safety of our essential services. We're taking a cautious and measured approach to phase services back in, which prioritizes your safety and that of our drivers and staff. Beginning on August 30th, we introduced a restructured network of interim routes that focuses on essential destinations and increased frequency on busy corridors. These temporary changes were made to allow for social distancing and to remain financially stable during the pandemic. While we were not able to restore all services in August, we hope to do so once the course of the pandemic and its financial impacts have become clearer. Any future permanent service proposals will include a formal public involvement process. We used 5 guiding principles to determine what service to bring back in August, the first of which was to maintain financial sustainability during the pandemic. The second was to focus on fixed route bus coverage in high ridership areas. The third was to use FlexRide, curb-to-curb demand response service, to provide coverage in areas with lower ridership. The fourth was to use high frequency to allow for social distancing. And the fifth was to simplify routing to ease the ability to add overflow buses. Topics for tonight's meeting include, we'll walk through the following topics. Updates to the temporary service plan, including fixed route and FlexRide East updates. Title VI plan updates. An introduction to mobile ticketing. And a public comment period. For how to comment after our presentation, you'll have an opportunity to ask questions or provide comments, time permitting. To comment, raise your hand by computer by clicking the raise hand icon at the bottom of your screen in the middle. During the comment period, we will read off your name or the last 3 digits of your phone number when your line has been unmuted. Alternately, if you're on the phone, to raise your hand by phone, to press *9 during the public comment period. We will read off your name or the last 3 digits of your phone number when your line has been unmuted. Our temporary service plan as of November 22nd, 2020. TheRide will operate a network of 18 bus routes. Most routes will operate every 30 minutes from 6 a.m. to 9:15 p.m. weekdays and 7 a.m. to 8:15 p.m. weekends. TheRide will continue to operate in lower density areas of several townships and on the north side of Ann Arbor. Routes operating as of November 22nd, 2020. Western routes include Route 22, Pontiac to Varn, Route 23, Plymouth, Route 25, Ann Arbor Saline Road, and a new one I'm excited to say is Route 26 on Scioto Church, Route 28 in Pauline, Route 30, Jackson Dexter, Route 32, Miller, Route 65, Green Fuller. For central routes, we have Route 3, Huron River, Route 4, Washtenaw, Route 5, Packard, Route 6, Ellsworth. And eastern routes, we have Route 42, MacArthur, Michigan Avenue, Route 44, Ecorse Tyler, Route 45, Grove, Route 46, Paint Creek, and Route 47, Harriet, West Michigan. TheRide service area has also been expanded, and the following routes or route segments are served by TheRide at this time. Route 26 in Scioto Township, Route 29 and Route 30. In Ann Arbor, Route 33. In Pittsfield Township, Route 27. And in Ypsilanti Township, routes 45 and 46. We have suspended the following routes in Ann Arbor, and they remain suspended, and we suggest using these alternatives. For Route 21 at Amtrak, we suggest Route 22. For Route 24, South Main East, we recommend routes 4, 5, 6, or 25. For Route 27, West Stadium, Oak Valley, we recommend Route 25, 28, or TheRide. For Route 29, Liberty, we recommend Route 28 or TheRide. For Route 31, Dexter, we recommend revised Route 30, Jackson Dexter. For Route 33, Newport, we recommend Route 32 or TheRide. For Route 60, U of M Dexter, we recommend Route 23 or 32. For Route 62, U of M State, we recommend Route 4 or 6. For Route 63, U of M Pontiac, we suggest Route 22. For Route 64, Getty's East Stadium, we recommend Route 4 or 5. And Route 66, Carpenter Huron Parkway, we recommend Route 3, 4, 5, or 65. The following routes remain suspended in Ypsilanti and Ypsilanti Township, and we recommend these alternatives. The Route 41 College of Business Shuttle does not currently have an alternative. Route 43 East Michigan Avenue, we recommend Route 42. And Route 68 Harris Ford, we recommend Route 42, 44, 45, or 46. The Ypsilanti Express, the Chelsea Express, and the Canton Express, routes 81, 91, and 92 all remain suspended, and we suggest using the TheRide van pool services, which can be reached at myvanride@theride.org. And now I'd like to tell you about the temporary service plan updates that will go into effect November 22nd, 2020. The Blake Transit Center boarding location changes. Route 22, Pontiac to Varn, the BTC boarding location will be moved north on 4th Avenue to share a bay with Route 32. Route 26, Scioto Church, the BTC bus boarding location will be located on 4th Avenue and share a bay with Route 4. So the first change to talk about is to Route 25, Ann Arbor Saline Road. It's going to continue to run 7 days per week, every 30 minutes. However, starting November 22nd, 2020, the outbound routing in Oak Valley Drive area will be moved to serve Target on Waters Road. Inbound routing will stay the same. So if you can see my mouse running down the screen as we come down Ann Arbor Saline Road, we'll turn right to go by the Target shopping Plaza and then come out on Oak Valley Drive so that people can get to and from Target on the 25. And I'm very excited to talk about this. We are bringing back a route, just like we had talked about when we were outlining the August service changes. So Route 26, it's a modified Route 26 going down Scioto Church Road. It will operate 7 days a week, every 30 minutes. And beginning November 22nd, we're going to be restoring Route 26 east of South Maple Road as a one-way loop. The Blake Transit Center boarding location will be located on 4th Avenue and share a bay with Route 4. I've got to say, I'm excited about this one. This does fill one of the largest geographic holes we had in our service map, and I'm glad we're able to bring this back. I look forward to seeing the ridership on it. Route 62, our U of M State Street route, starting November 22nd, will be temporarily suspended due to the University of Michigan extended break. Service on this route will resume January 18th of 2021. Another exciting development is the TheRide East in Ypsi and Ypsi Township. We had already been running it Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9:15 p.m. And we have added for coverage of the 45 and 46 on the weekends, which they would run on the weekends, but the TheRide didn't run on weekends. We are now going to run the TheRide East Saturday and Sunday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. This allows riders to connect with the fixed route system. The TheRide East service area is temporarily expanded to serve areas formerly served in Ypsi Township by Route 45 east of Harry Street and by Route 46 south of the Ypsilanti District Library and Whitaker Road. TheRide East also provides a direct connection to the Ypsilanti Transit Center. For reservations, you can use the Mode Car app or call 734-794-0377. We would also encourage you to download the Mode Car app, and TheRide partners with Mode Car to provide the TheRide service. For a smoother TheRide experience, please download the Mode Car app for iOS or Android. App features include real-time location of your ride, in-app notifications when your ride arrives, paying your fare using your credit card or a PayPal account. Fare information, the cost is $1 per trip. Transfers are free. Their transfers are valid for 90 minutes. Please request a transfer when boarding, and valid transfers can be used to connect to or from a fixed route. In addition, we offer the following discounts. For the Fair Deal ID or Youth K through 12, it is 50 cents per trip. For A-Ride or Gold Ride card holders, the service is free. And for 30-day pass, Go Pass, M Card, or Exceptional Pass holders, TheRide is also free. So that was one of the big pieces of feedback we got, was the weekends folks were left without an option to get to work or to the grocery store, and now they'll be able to get there. Very happy to be bringing that back. And now I'd like to talk briefly about our Title VI. The Ann Arbor Area Transportation Authority is committed to ensuring that no person is excluded from participation in or denied the benefits of its programs and services on the basis of race, color, and national origin in accordance with Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. The Federal Transit Administration, the FTA, requires TheRide to update its Title VI program and documents its compliance with Title VI every 3 years. So during the pandemic, we didn't get a pass on updating our Title VI program, even though it is very difficult to update a program like this and try to get lots of public feedback and the back and forth that really is expected, that we expect to be able to get. That being said, the 2020 Title VI update draft is available at theride.org/title-VI. If anybody would like a hard copy of it, we'd be happy to provide that as well. And an important thing to note is that we did not update any of the service standards in the Title VI program, but rather asked our consultant to update just the census tract data and look at our service for compliance with Title VI. But I wanted to let everybody in the public know we have not changed the substantive service parameters that are included in the Title VI program. That being said, there are recommendation and action items. This evaluation of the AATA Title VI procedure was conducted by an outside consulting firm. As well as completing the report to satisfy FTA requirements, The following action items were recommended. The first was a complete, comprehensive operations analysis and service plan. The AATA has not made significant service changes since the previous Title VI program update. This didn't include our temporary service plan changes due to the pandemic, but rather the service over the last 3 years, since 2017. A comprehensive operations analysis and service plan is recommended for AATA. This analysis should include a review of performance standards, and a detailed evaluation of each route, assessment of potential demand, and a development of the service plan to improve service delivery and performance. In addition, 2 actions were recommended to support the language assistance plan for persons with limited English proficiency. The first was to continue to provide training to all employees on serving a population with limited English proficiency. New employees should receive initial training, and all employees should receive periodic refresher training. The second recommendation was to make use of a telephone interpreter service, and I'm happy to say that we're already looking to contract with a company that will be able to provide interpreter service on demand, so that if we have someone who calls in who has limited English proficiency, we will be able to conference in this telephone interpretation service and be able to help people out immediately in the language that they have the most fluency with. Again, to review details and provide feedback, please visit theride.org/title-VI or call 734-996-0400. Comments will be accepted through November 15th. Now I'd like to show just a short video about the contactless EasyFare mobile ticketing app. You can use EasyFare to buy tickets anytime, anywhere, store tickets and passes on your phone for future use. There's no need to purchase tickets and passes in advance, no need to carry exact change, and you can get real-time information on bus arrival. So if you'll bear with me just one moment, I will start to play this video. Folks, I apologize. I'm being told it's not showing. Let me try that again. Give me just a second. I think I said this at the last one. As soon as I figure out how to make this work, the pandemic will be over. Yeah. Folks, I apologize for the technical difficulty here. Aha. Found it. Okay. Sorry about that. Let me try that one more time. Mary, is that showing up now?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, let's get back to our presentation. And just to make sure, Mary, I'm going to ask you again, is this showing up properly?
Yes, Brian, it is.
Okay. Well, folks, we are to the exciting part of tonight's session. It is time for comments. So just a reminder on how to comment. Uh, Click the raise hand icon at the bottom of your screen in the middle. During the comment period, please read off, we will read off your name or the last three digits of your phone number when your line has been unmuted. You can also raise your hand by phone by pressing *9 during the public comment period, and we will read off your name or the last three digits of your phone number when your line has been unmuted. One note before we open it up for questions. For the Easy Fare mobile ticketing, not only is that useful for the fixed route, but you can use that for paratransit as well. Just wanted to make that quick note and then open it up for comments if anybody has any.
So I'll need Mike to give me host control, please, so that I can see some of these hands. Because we have one hand up.
William, we see your hand up. 1 second here. And
One second, we've got two hands up. We'll get to you as soon as I can get control. I will unmute you. Mike. Mike, are you available to give over control? And I'm not getting a response from Mike. Brian, do you want to read through some of those frequently asked questions? Do you have those available? And I'll see if I can get this straightened around.
Okay, will do.
Just to let you know, Mike is on his way. And he should have it up for you, Kelly, in just a moment.
Okay. I tell you what, while we're doing that, I'll address one of the questions that we got earlier today about timeframes, and wanted to let everybody know. I'm going to go back to the screen that describes it. So we are operating most routes every 30 minutes and running from 6 a.m. to 9:15 p.m. weekdays and 7 a.m. to 8:15 p.m. on weekends. There are some exceptions to those, and would encourage you to go look at the website to find what those exceptions are. But none of the routes are being shortened or lengthened during this process. We are adding Route 26, but we're not adding or taking away any of the times that service had been running already, just to let you know. And it looks like, Kelly, you're now the host. William, it looks like your line has been unmuted.
Yes, can you hear me, Brian?
Yes.
Yes, thank you for having this town hall meeting. The question I have is for the Easy Fare app.
Yes,
I guess a couple questions. Is that when, let's say I'm a passenger and you're the bus driver, and I come up, I have that loaded and I show it to the driver, or is there a mechanism kind of like, we're at the airport and it scans? And if someone doesn't have the app, I'm assuming cash or the previous methods would still be applicable and accepted.
Okay, so going to answer those in reverse order. Absolutely, cash or any of the previous methods are still acceptable. Absolutely. And when you board, you would show the driver the app on your phone, and it actually has a moving background and other indications that indicate to the driver that it's a valid fare. So you can just show it to the driver. Next step for us would be to put what are called validators on the bus that can read uh, a Q code that's on your smartphone. But in terms of trying to get this touchless way of paying fares up and running as quick as possible, we opted just to go with the visual validation to start with.
Okay, and if I may have an addendum on that just real quickly, that if I'm the passenger, I'm showing it, would the print and everything be big enough for the driver to see? In other words, hey man, here's my app, and they may or may not have paid. I mean, there's definitely going to be something that the driver will see. The reason I'm asking is that I'm a FlexRide driver, so I just want to get a little bit of a heads up on it.
Sure.
It will be clear enough on the phone to see very well that has been paid and everything like that. Is that correct?
As a matter of fact, it will be, and I would actually go as far as to say that compared to seeing an M card or a Gold Ride or an A Ride card, it would be easier to see that that was a valid fare than it would be to see one of those cards as a valid fare.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you for taking my questions.
Of course. Thanks for asking.
And we have another hand up, Brian, from Lisa. Lisa, you are unmuted.
Hi. I had some questions, I guess a couple of things. One, I have a fair deal card. Would that also work with the app that you're talking about?
So the fair deal card, yes, you would be able to use the fair deal card and use that in conjunction with the app and be able to get discount tickets through the Easy Fare.
Right. So I have the month of November is taken care of. So if I wanted to re-up for December, I could just use the app to do that instead of going to the office, to the TheRide office to do that.
So to certify the fair deal card, you can do that both at 2700 South Industrial, or you can do it. Well, before I say this, I was going to say you might be able to do it at the Blake Transit Center, but I could be wrong about that.
I think I can do it either place. I think on Industrial, they told me I could do that at either place. I was just trying to, if I could do it through the app, that would be easier for me.
Okay, I don't believe we have the ability to re-up the fair deal ID through the app at this time, but that's certainly something we could take a look at and figure out from the developer if that's a possibility.
Okay. And the other thing I wanted to comment on is the 32 route. I'm trying to figure out what your thinking was on changing that route. It was one I used very frequently because I live off of Miller and Spring, and I've just noticed that it's been changed pretty dramatically since August. I was just kind of wanting some feedback on that and why you guys made the changes that you did.
So the Route 32 changes made in August or changes made since August? I don't believe.
I guess when you changed it in August, and it only runs to Skyline and back now from Blake.
Okay.
I mean, it used to go up Miller, and then down Maple all the way to Kroger. It made quite a bit of a route. Now it only goes up Miller to Skyline and back down to Blake, and then I think it goes on campus somewhere, but it was drastically changed, and I was just trying to figure out what the thinking was on that, because it was a route that I used a lot, and also the folks at Miller Manor used a lot. So
okay, so that was part of the last bit that I mentioned in the 5 guiding principles about simplifying the routing to ease the ability to add overflow buses.
yeah.
When we had routes with an A and a B and sometimes a C and even a D, being able to add additional routes if we had higher demand was a big concern for us at the time. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of this we've been playing a little bit by ear because nobody has experience with exactly how this might work.
Sure.
But we have heard a lot about, particularly on Maple Road and people being able to get to and from shopping along Maple Road.
Yes.
So as we can, we'll be adding back service. At the moment, I don't have that in the works for November of this year, but we can certainly take that down as a suggestion.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate that. That's all I have.
Thank you. I appreciate the comment.
No other hands at this time, Brian.
Okay. Well, this is where the smooth jazz comes in because we're at 6:33 and we've have this public meeting advertised until 6:45. So for those who are left on with us, just to let you know, we will be running out until 6:45 in case anybody logs on. If for some reason you came in late and you missed part of what we presented here today, I do want to let you know we're going to be doing this again tomorrow evening, 6 p.m., same bat time, same bat channel, and would be happy to answer questions then or show you the presentation. Presentation is also going up. All of the slides will be going up on the web, and you'll be able to download them and read through at your convenience if you would like. And earlier today, one of the questions we got was about hearing comments made for these meetings. If somebody wanted to catch what the comments were, but weren't able to catch the meeting live, I believe our community relations folks are going to be working on all of these presentations are being recorded, and we'll have a YouTube playlist for those who might be interested in hearing those comments. We'll post those up to our YouTube page. And for the Title VI plan, part of the formal update to the Title VI plan is to collect those public comments and then publish those comments as part of the appendix to the Title VI plan. So if you make a comment that pertains to the Title VI plan, it will be published as part of the Title VI plan so that the FTA can see proof positive that we have done our due diligence and gotten public comment. So that being said, we are at 6:34 and I will stop sharing video for the time being, but please, if anybody has any questions, feel free to click the raise hand icon or press *9 during this next about 10-minute interlude. And I'll go hunt for some smooth jazz to play.
Oh, Brian, it looks like we have a hand up. Mr. Jim Mogensen, you are unmuted.
Yes. So I wanted to give everybody else a chance to do it, but I just wanted to let you know, since we were meeting this morning, a couple things. I've gotten a couple of things you've probably heard a little bit about the situation at Briarwood. I think when you were doing some of the initial rerouting, the mall may not have been open yet, but now it is, and people are concerned about what happens, particularly when the weather changes. But there have been people who had been going closer to the mall. So I don't know if that's changed or not. The other thing was that at the last board meeting in October, I mused that One of the reasons that you hadn't been getting some of the crush loading you thought you might have gotten, quote unquote, crush loading on the routes, is because as enough people are remotely working at the university, that the parking situation has changed. And since I made that comment, I have been able to confirm that that is in fact what is happening. I had a dental appointment. I was able to talk to some folks and some other staff people, and that is in fact what's happening. So in the past, where it was just kind of impossible and you couldn't guarantee that you get to work on time, there's been enough slack in the parking that it becomes less of a hunt. And so that's why some of the reason that you may not be having as much traffic coming in, because people who have cars and where choice riders don't have to shuttle in because they have a place to park. So I just wanted to let you know that. Carry on.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. We have been in contact with Briarwood about making sure that the path between the bus stop and the mall is maintained, and that there's a clear way to do it. And also, as snow has already started to fly, that snow clearing would also be done. Still working with them on that. Have not forgotten about that.
No other hands at this time, Brian?
Okay. Smooth jazz it is. Folks, if I don't see that we've actually had anybody join us, but we do have about 2 minutes left. If anybody has any other thoughts to share before we close it out for the evening, by all means, please raise your hand now. Be happy to chat with you. And otherwise, I'm going to say thank you very much for logging in with us. Let me start my video back up. Thank you very much for logging in with us. Visit theride.org or call 734-996-0400 if you'd like more detailed and up-to-date route information, or if you'd like to comment or provide any feedback on any of the things that we covered here this evening. And with that, I believe we are wrapping up to 6:45. So everybody have a good evening. Thank you very much for joining me. And to the AATA staff that's on the call with me, thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate you working nights like this. I think it's important that we're able to provide this service for the community. So thank you to everybody, and to all a good night.